We're in Chapter 17 of SOLIDWORKS Basic Tools, and this chapter is going to cover detailing a drawing. This is really where you could actually earn a paycheck here. So in order to complete Chapter 17, you need to have completed the previous chapter. So if you haven't watched the Chapter 16 video, watch that one first. I have the file open that was created in that previous lesson, and we're going to begin by adding some dimensions. So I'm on page 17-3. We've got our block open. We're going to right click in the views border, and we're going to start adding some dimensions. So we're starting with adding dimensions to this right view. I've changed my tab from view layout to annotation, and we're going to select this model items, and we want to make sure that we have, for the source, we have the entire model. We are going to eliminate duplicates, and down here on the bottom we want use dimension placement in Sketch, and we're going to hit OK. So you'll see that the dimensions that came in are not placed per ANSI standard, so we're going to have to do a little bit of cleanup here. Okay, it appears as though we're missing a few dimensions as well. So also not seeing that these dimensions are coming in per ANSI standard, so for some reason the sheet may be off. I'm going to take a quick peek to see whether or not that's the case. I'm going to go to Options, Document Properties, Dimensions. Notice that our document properties are set up in ISO standards. So when I did this from the beginning, I had made a mistake. So is it possible to go back? We're in inches. Can we edit these document properties? ANSI, hit OK, and here we go. Now we're back in business. So notice that with ANSI standards, the units are inside of the dimension lines. With ISO, they were sitting on top of the dimension lines. So we're good. Let's add the missing dimensions here. And for some reason I have the center marks. I don't know why they didn't, but let's go ahead and add these missing dimensions. Notice I'm clicking on the edges of the circles, and it automatically snaps to the center of those circles. And we need to give a location for the height. Okay, so we have a location dimension here. These are all collinear. This gives our spacing for our circles, and that's our overall width. So we look like step 3. I'm going to continue on and move over to this sectional view over here. I'm going to select the sectional view and go to model items again, and we're going to eliminate duplicates, entire model, and once again use dimensions in Sketch. Now according to this, we're going to have some additional dimensions to add as well. Okay, a little bit of cleanup to do. We're going to try to make it look as it looks on the top of 17-5. So pull this guy out, and this guy is not needed. This wants to, let's take this dimension outside. Okay, this is not specified here, so we're going to get rid of that one as well. Going to move this section title out of the way, and I think we're all set here. This was nicely located automatically, and we only really had to move this guy to get it out of the view. Generally speaking, you don't want to include any dimensions inside the part. It's going to make it more difficult to read, so we want to pull those outside, and I think we're in pretty good shape. It's going to pull those out a little further. Okay, we're on to top view now. Once again, we're going to select model items and entire model. I think we're good. See what we get here. And pull this out. Clean these up a little bit. Alright, notice that this dimension is different than the dimension shown in the book. This is a hole call out. It's got the details for it. I'm going to leave that because that's the correct way to do it. It's showing our depth, the number of holes, and the diameter of the hole. I don't like the fact that it's placed it right in the corner here, so I'm just going to grab this dimension and move it just a little bit so that that dimension line doesn't cross this object line. Now, SolidWorks has automatically put this dimension in here, but I just want to show you the difference between if we use a smart dimension and we're to dimension this circle, it's only going to give us the diameter. If we come up here to a hole call out and select that, it's going to give us the diameter and the depth. And then we could go ahead and edit that text, come in here and put the number of holes. So we would be able to type in, oops, I meant to put it times in here. Okay, so that's how we would do that if we wanted to do it on our own. Should have made a capital X there. All right, but we don't need to do that because SolidWorks has already done that for us. So I'm going to continue on. So we are now going to dimension the auxiliary view, and having all those hidden lines in there is unfortunate. Let's see. We could go back and turn them off individually. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to take this. I didn't see this button here. So it says use parent. I don't want parent. I'm going to go like that. There we go. I guess we could do that for all of them. So if we click on that and oops, maybe we'll just take the parent style off and make it look like the book. Okay, that's what the book's done. All right. Coming in here, we're going to once again call our dimensions in. Model items, eliminate duplicates, so we should be good to go. Nope, didn't give us many of the dimensions there, so we're going to need to go in and add quite a few of those. So here we go. First off, I'm going to take this right out of the part. Looks like they have a center line that needs to get added. So we're going to come up to center line. So just to review putting that center line in, when you put a center line in, we're going to select two lines that are parallel and equal to the about which we want to put our center line. So we could do it this way just to illustrate and put a center line in there. We don't need that one, so I'm going to undo that. Okay. I'm going to go back and grab our Smart Dimension tool. We want to put a dimension from here to here. Oops, try that again. From here to here. Here we go. All right, now we need to add all these dimensions in. Trying to add these so they're easy to read. Okay, so the only piece missing right now is the note that specifies this as a center line. So we're going to need to go in and grab a note, and we're going to select the center line symbol and select this option, and then see if we can put that right here. Okay, and if we didn't place that, we can just bring it a little closer if we didn't do a nice job placing it. That looks good. Okay, adding some center marks. For whatever reason, this one is missing. I don't know why. Mine have shown up here in the book. It shows them not being there. This one is missing though, so we'll go ahead and put that one in. Center mark, select this hole. Hopefully it'll come in looking like the rest, and it has. Okay. Just going to check to see if there are any other center marks. I don't think wouldn't bother putting them in this view. That's correct. That's correct. Okay, in my training I would put a center line in these holes. So I would come in here and do this. And I think we're good. Oh, so now we're on 17-7 and we're going to add in the datum features. Okay, datum feature, and my label settings have been altered because I've been playing with this feature a little bit, so I'm going to go back and set it to A, and now we want to pick this edge first and place it somewhere out here, and then we'll select this edge, place it somewhere up here, make it look like the drawing. Now on 17-8, there's a number of datum reference and geometric tolerancing examples. We're not going to be doing anything with our drawing with this. It's just referencing those, and we're not going to get into great detail on all of that. But these are, depending on the part and the manufacturing tolerances, are items that you need to start to become familiar with. We're going to add some hole specifications using the hole call out next. So I'm on 17-9, and we're looking at this view, which is the back view of our part. So I'm going to come up to hole call out, and I'm going to select this first hole right here, and it's nice. It recognized that we have 3 of those and that they go through. All right. Now, adding geometric tolerances. If we go on to our broken out view, we want to add a tolerance that's going to specify parallelism. So we're going to zoom in on this corner right here, and we're going to go to our geometric tolerance. And under the library here, we want to select our parallelism. So that's this guy here. And under the tolerance, we're going to enter a value of 0.010 or 10 thousandths. And under primary, we're going to say A and hit OK and drag it over. Oops. Must have skipped something there. Let's try that again. Oop, I forgot to select the edge first. So datum feature, not datum feature, geometric tolerance. Select my edge, drag it out here. Now I can put my parallelism and tolerance 1 is 0.010, and we're going to say A. Try that again. Why did that not show up? Okay. On the second try, I was able to get this to show up. Okay. Page 17-12. Adding geometric tolerances to the driving dimension. So, get out of here. I'm going to zoom in on this guy. And I'm going to select our geometric tolerance again. Under the symbol library, we're going to select perpendicularity with a tolerance of 0.005. B for the reference datum, and we're going to put that guy right down here. Hit OK. So I accidentally put one in there. Now that's interesting. I ended up with 0.001 for my tolerance. Must have made a mistake in typing. Go back and edit that. There we go. Okay. Adding tolerance precision to a dimension. So we're going to go back and select this feature over here, which is the gap between these openings. I'm going to select this. They had it out here. Can't get it to show how they had it. Let me just see if I can edit it first. So under here, tolerance is going to be bilateral. Talking about tolerance of negative 0.005. And precision is going to be 3 decimal places. See what happens. And that looks good. I'm still not getting that to show the way I want it to show. I'm just going to leave it like that. Not real happy with that placement. Maybe take a look at that later. All right. Adding symmetric tolerances to a dimension. So here we go on 17-14. We're again on this same view, this auxiliary view. Dimension we're going to edit is this guy right here. We're going to select under tolerance, precision, symmetric, maximum variation is 0.003. I'm going to take it out to 3 decimal places, which is what I was supposed to make this whole document. And I did not. We can edit that as well. And now we're adding a surface finish callout. Moving over to this sectional view over here that shows the inside of that machined rectangle. And we're going to come up to surface finish here. So down here we need to select this leader, bent leader option, and we're selecting this, and we're putting in a value of 125. Come over here and pull that out. Looks good. Moving on, adding a non-parametric callout. Okay, so we are now in the detailed view over here, and we're going to add the diameter for this hole, and we're going to edit it as indicated. So we can simply go with Smart Dimension, come in here, dimension, here we go. I'll pick the same location they did. Put it up here. So we're going to 3 decimal places. We're going to edit, override here, and we're going to put in 4 and times, and that tells us that we have 4 of those holes. So that takes care of that. Inserting some notes. So we're on to step number 18 on 17-16, and we're going to add some notes above this detailed view. So up in here we're going to grab our note option, click our box somewhere in here, and enter notes below. Oh, we got a bunch of typing to do, so I'm just going to pause that, type that. Okay, we have our notes here. Probably wanted to make those a little larger. I'm not going to worry about that. I do want to worry about setting my overall document tolerances. So I'm going to go into, we get out of this note, go to document properties, go to units, and let's see if we can take them out to 3 decimal places and see if that fixes it for us. And we're looking good. Okay. So we're going to save this file, and I'm going to call it the same name, except I'm going to add detailing.